Oh, yes! 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 We needed that. My word, Scott McTominay. I'm sorry I've been down you all season long. You come off the bench and you score 2 goals like that. There is absolutely nothing in football that is better than a last-minute winner. Scott McTominay coming off the bench not only to score 1 goal, but 2 goals. Man United winning 2-1 there against the Brentford team. Yes! We needed that. It felt like we were spiraling downwards. Erik ten Hag, you will never see an Erik ten Hag team set up as defensive as we were today, because he knows that this team just hasn't got it. Our entire first choice defense is out. But who cares about all of that? Scott McTominay coming off the bench and delivering, you absolute hero. Let that, on my word, if that right there is not the turning point this season, then there will not be a turning point this season. I'm really sorry if I just blew your headphones there, but my word, I just ran around this house. Oh my God, Scott McTominay! Let me try and compose myself here because I lost my marbles there. Erik ten Hag has found out all season long, all those players that he built up so much trust in from last season, from winning the League Cup, from finishing 3rd. So many of those players have let him down. I'm going to speak about the Glazers later. Casemiro, the most ridiculous, inexcusable mistake. Lindelof, inexcusable mistake. Onana, weak hand. He did the hard part and got down and then just didn't get it. But who cares about all of that? Scott McTominay! Come on! Come on, man! Jeez, that was like pulling teeth watching that game. I just didn't see where a goal was coming from because Scott McTominay wasn't on the pitch. Well, we look like we got Scott McTominay starting every game from now on. My word. Of all the saviours, it was what? It was a long ball from Bruno up to Maguire, down to Scott McTominay. Yes! Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Oh, my word, man. Look, right? You can say anything you want to say to me about Ten Hag's tactics, about how this should be right, about how that should be better. But the fundamental truth is that our football club will never, ever, ever win the Premier League and compete and be run like a football club until those rats are out of our club. They constantly bring us into a tailspin. They are the reason why we are where we are. They are the reason that if we sack Erik ten Hag, we're just going to start the cycle again. So don't just fall into the concept of, oh, let's sack a manager. Oh, let's bring in a new manager. Well, that's going to solve all our problems. Because it's just not true. Not at Manchester United. It might work at other clubs. I don't give a rat's ass about other clubs. I know the circumstances of my football club. And I know that until they are gone, we are going to be a team consistently who takes 1 step forward and 2 steps back. Then 2 steps forward and then 1 step back. And then 1 step forward and then 3 steps back. Cycles and cycles and cycles. But that there today, my word, that photo there, I can't wait until these HD photos come out. An absolute moment of beauty. And I'll be honest, we deserved it in that game overall. Brentford, look, I can't believe Erik ten Hag must be absolutely livid. Look, right, Ten Hag did exactly what I predicted today. We set up with a double pivot. We set up with Lindelof at left back. We set up deep. We set up not to create many chances. That team that Ten Hag chose there today was a team that he wanted to win that game 1-0. He could not have given more security to that defense. And Casemiro just, somebody tell me what's going on with Casemiro. 5 times Champions League winner Casemiro. And there was no pressure around it. There was nothing around it. Casemiro went off at half-time. Right decision from Erik ten Hag. Eriksen's not the answer, though. Casemiro was a problem, and Casemiro has to be dropped from this team. All right? Make no mistake. Casemiro has to be dropped from this team. Onana, it's another mistake from him. But Erik ten Hag will not be dropping his brand new goalkeeper 9 games into a season. It's just not going to happen. Casemiro is a player that delivered last season and is now not delivering this season. So that's why he's going to get less leeway than Onana. I think taking Onana out of the team is just going to break him. My personal opinion, you might disagree with that, and I can understand. Fair enough. Marcus Rashford coming off after 60 minutes. Marcus Rashford was a player that Erik ten Hag could trust last season. He scored 30 bloody goals. But Casemiro was an absolute stalwart for us last season. Rashford was the go-to guy. Casemiro off at half-time. Rashford off after 60 minutes. And a player that Ten Hag probably, if you're looking at all the players Ten Hag thinks he could trust in this team and players that he doesn't think he could trust in this team, I guarantee you that Scott McTominay was quite high on that list of players that he couldn't trust. Because, of course, his move didn't materialise in the summer. He realises he's a fringe player. But McTominay, dude, to come off the bench and to do that. Look, when Martial, with the little tiny offside decision, I thought, oh, great, here we go again. But McTominay, mate, 5 goals. Yes! Yes! Please be. Draw the line in the sand. Part 1 of this season. Close the book on that because it was a crap book. If that moment there can't be where these players go, you know what? There it is. Sheffield United coming up next, then Copenhagen, then City. But Scott McTominay, so much credit to you, dude, for what you just did there. For a manager that you're looking at through a different lens maybe to what I do and what fans do. Incredible for you to come off the bench and do that for Manchester United. Thank you so much because this football club needed it. Because I tell you what, Ten Hag, because I know how football works, and as much as I will argue this, and I know I'm correct about this, I know that football is a results-driven business. Therefore, if Manchester United had lost that game today, Erik ten Hag would have been in trouble. I'm not saying that was a perfect performance. Should we be waiting for Scott McTominay to come off the bench and score 2 late goals for United to beat Brentford 2-1 at home? No. Should we be playing with a double pivot and a deep formation at home? No. Erik ten Hag started today with Lindelof, Maguire, Evans, and Dalot as our defenders. First game of the season, we started with Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Lisandro Martinez, Rafael Varane, and Luke Shaw. It's an entirely different back 5, so the tactics had to change. Ten Hag has just he's tried different things this season. You say, oh my God. Oh man, I thought we were standing on the edge and staring into an abyss going into the international break. Scott McTominay has just totally changed that narrative. And that photo there, man. Oh, man, I'm sorry if I broke your headphones at the start of that, but I couldn't keep it in. Nothing is better in football. Nothing is better than a last-minute winner. I don't care. You can give me all your 6-0 wins, your 7-0 wins, but the pure, and especially when your backs are against the wall, you're up against it, nothing will ever top that explosion of emotion that you get with a last-minute winner. Yeah, sorry if I broke your headphones at the start of that video. But Erik ten Hag, whoa, it's been a tough start this season. We have to hope that Reguilon is back after the international break and we're going to actually have a genuine left back. That will make a nice difference. We don't know what's going on with Wan-Bissaka, but Dalot, he can go, and he's been pretty decent this season. I think I need to go lie down after that. I really, really do. Erik ten Hag has found out, really found out, that the players that he could trust last season, and I'll tell you what, I'm including Bruno Fernandes in that. Bruno Fernandes, I'm not really sure there's any players that can escape from that criticism. They were just delivering consistently last season, and they are consistently not delivering this season. You just cannot, no set of tactics, nothing you do on the training ground all week long can prepare you for your top-class players to make basic, dumbass mistakes game after game after game. And Onana needs help. I don't know what it is, whether he needs to sort it himself, but Erik ten Hag will give him more leeway because it's his first season. And I actually think that's the correct thing to do. But 3 points today. Scott McTominay. I'm going to go and get a drink.